The sharp taste of bile tingles at the back of my throat as my eyelids flutter open, struggling against the grogginess that clings to my consciousness. The room spins momentarily before settling into a grim reality. My wrists ache, the cold metal of handcuffs biting into my skin, tethering me to the ornate brass frame of our king-sized bed. I'm wearing nothing but my boxers, the room chilling my exposed skin. Ah, he's finally awake. A voice coos, not my wife Clara's, but soft and sinister nonetheless. I turn my head, squinting against the dim light filtering through the curtains, and there she is, Clara. Except she's not alone. A man, robust and smirking, is with her. He's as naked as the day he was born, and Clara, clad in only a slinky robe, sits astride him, her laughter echoing off the walls. Clara? My voice is hoarse, raspy from disuse or perhaps the remnants of whatever cocktail she slipped into my evening tea. Oh, darling, did you have a nice nap? Clara's tone is mocking, her eyes gleaming with a cruel delight I've never seen before. What is this? My heart races, panic swelling as the full scope of my predicament becomes painfully clear. What are you doing? Her lover chuckles, his hand sliding possessively over Clara's bare thigh. We thought it might be exciting to change things up a bit. You don't mind, do you? Mind? A storm brews inside me, dark and vengeful, as I tug at the handcuffs, the metal clanking ominously against the bedpost. Clara leans forward, her face inches from mine, her breath a mix of mint and sin. It's just a bit of fun, honey. Don't be such a bore. She presses a kiss to my cheek, soft and mocking, before she rises, pulling her lover to his feet. The door clicks shut behind them, the sound final and absolute, leaving me alone with my raging thoughts. Humiliation burns through my veins like wildfire, each beat of my heart fueling a growing desire for retribution. I need to get out of these cuffs. I need to plan. My eyes scan the room, searching for anything overlooked, any tool or object forgotten in their haste. There's a glint of metal under the bed, the key to the cuffs. No, too far, too impossible to reach. The minutes stretch into hours, each second a tick towards the inevitable explosion of my wrath. Ideas form and dissipate in my mind like smoke, each more elaborate and dangerous than the last. First, I need freedom. Then, I need to understand. Why did Clara do this? How long has this been happening right under my nose? The questions gnaw at me, but above all, there looms the shadow of revenge. By the time the door finally opens again, I've crafted a plan, crude but effective. Clara steps in, alone this time, her smile faltering as she meets my steely gaze. Ready to behave, she asks, her voice a mix of caution and defiance. I don't respond, my eyes locked on hers, letting the silence speak volumes. As she approaches, keys in hand, I prepare to turn the tables. This is just the beginning, and I will make sure they both regret the day they decided to make me the fool. The cuffs click open, and with a swift motion, I'm on my feet, the element of surprise on my side. Clara stumbles back, her eyes wide with shock. Believe me, Clara, I whisper, my voice cold and hard as ice. This is far from over. As I step out of the bedroom, the gears of vengeance are already turning, the plan taking shape with each stride. They would pay, both of them. I would make sure of it. The chill of the early morning air bites at my skin as I step outside, my mind racing with plans and possibilities. I need allies, resources, someone who can give me an edge over Clara and her lover. My first stop is an old friend, someone I haven't spoken to in years, but who owes me a favor, a big one. The city is just waking up, the streets quiet except for the distant rumble of early traffic. I reach the small, nondescript building that houses a private investigator named Maximum. The neon sign is dim, flickering in the dawn light. I knock sharply on the glass door, and after a moment, it swings open. Max stands there, grizzled and wary, his eyes narrowing as he recognizes me. Jack? This is a surprise. Thought you were living the dream? His voice is raspy, skeptical. Need your help, Maximum. I step inside, the room cluttered with files and old coffee cups. It's my wife, Clara. she's involved in something. I need information, surveillance maybe. Max raises an eyebrow, his interest piqued. What's in it for me? Remember the Anderson case? I helped you out, no questions asked. Time to return the favor. He grunts, nodding slowly as he motions for me to sit. Fine. What's the story? I explain everything, from the sleeping pills to waking up handcuffed, sparing no detail. Max listens, his expression darkening with every word. We'll need more than just me on this. I know a guy, tech savvy. Can get into her phone, emails, whatever you need. Do it, I say, my voice firm, resolute. Max makes a call, speaking in hushed tones while I try to tamp down the anger boiling inside me. Minutes later, he hangs up, a grim smile on his face. Meet us here tonight. We'll have something for you. I nod, stepping back into the cool air, my resolve hardening. The day passes slowly, each tick of the clock a reminder of the betrayal. As night falls, I return to Max's office. The tech guy is already there, a young man named Eli, with sharp eyes and a laptop open in front of him. We've got something, Eli says without preamble, turning the screen to face me. It's a video feed, live from the interior of my house. Clara is there, and so is her lover, laughing, uncaring. My jaw tightens, but then Eli points to another window on the screen, texts, emails. Their plans, their words, mocking and cruel. We can use this, Max interjects. Blackmail, maybe. Or as leverage, whatever you need. No, I shake my head. Not yet. I want to catch them, in the act. Red-handed. Can you set that up? Eli and Max exchange a glance, then nod. We'll need to be careful. But it's doable, Eli confirms. Plans are laid, a trap set. My heart beats a steady rhythm of impending revenge as I leave the office. The night is deep and dark, matching the shadows that have settled over my soul. Clara and her lover won't know what hit them. And by the time they realize, it will be far too late. The pieces are in place, my allies ready. Now, it's just a matter of time. And I am nothing if not patient. The game has truly begun, and I am determined to win, no matter the cost. The night is alive with the buzz of tension as I park my car a block away from the house. My heart thumps loudly in my chest, each beat echoing the drum of impending confrontation. I've left nothing to chance. Tonight, Clara and her lover will fall into the trap we've meticulously set. I'm not alone in my mission. Max and Eli are positioned in a nondescript van filled with monitors, each screen offering a different angle of my home's interior. I'm wired with a MIC and an earpiece, ready to communicate at a moment's notice. We're live in 3, 2, 1. Eli's voice is calm in my ear as I approach my front door. I push it open, the familiar creak seems louder tonight, almost ominous. Inside, the house is dimly lit with soft music playing in the background, a romantic setup that stings with betrayal. I follow the sounds to the living room where I find Clara and her lover, entwined in an embrace on the couch. They jump apart at my entrance, shock registering on their faces. Jack! What are you? Save it, Clara! My voice cuts through the room, cold and hard. I know everything. Her lover, a tall man with a deceptive charm, stands up, his demeanor defensive. Look, man, this is... I didn't come to talk, I interrupt, stepping forward, the evidence of their betrayal burning in my pocket in the form of texts and emails. Clara's eyes widen, fear takes over as she realizes the depth of my knowledge. Jack, please, we can explain. Explain? I laugh, bitter and hollow. I've seen enough. Eli's voice crackles through the earpiece. We've got movement outside, possible backup for them. Stay sharp. I nod slightly, acknowledging his warning while keeping my gaze fixed on the couple. This ends tonight, I declare. Suddenly, the front door bursts open. Two of Clara's friends rush in, their faces panicked. Max's voice is in my ear, instructing me, don't engage, we've got it covered. From the corner of my eye, I see Max and another figure I recognize as a local cop step into view. They handle the newcomers swiftly, escorting them outside. Clara is sobbing now, her makeup smeared, her composure shattered. Her lover looks deflated, his earlier arrogance replaced by resignation. "Why, Clara?" I ask, my voice softer but still laced with venom. She shakes her head, struggling for words. I thought it was exciting, something different. I didn't think. You didn't think I'd find out? Or you didn't care? My question hangs heavy in the air. The room falls silent except for the soft hum of the surveillance from the van, reminding us of the eyes and ears witnessing this downfall. "We can sort this out, Jack." "Just us," Clara pleads, reaching out to me. I step back, her touch no longer welcome. "It's too late for that." I step back, I say, "You'll leave tonight. And if you ever come near us again, the evidence from tonight goes straight to the police." "And come to talk," I nods, defeated, collecting his belongings in a hurry. As the couple leaves, the weight of the evening begins to settle on my shoulders. Victory feels hollow, tainted by the betrayal of a love I thought I knew. Max joins me as I watch them go. "What now, Jack?" I sigh, the adrenaline fading, leaving exhaustion in its wake. "Now, we rebuild. Without her." As the van pulls away, the screens flickering out one by one, I stand in my quiet, empty house, the echoes of the night's revelations reverberating through the stillness. Tonight was a closure, not of reconciliation, but of rifts too deep to mend. The path forward is solitary, but it is one I must walk alone. Days bleed into nights, and the stillness of my now solitary home wraps around me like a cold embrace. I've taken to walking late in the evening, trying to outrun the ghosts that haunt the hallways of my betrayed heart. Tonight, as the city's lights flicker in the distance, a figure approaches from the shadows, an unexpected silhouette against the urban glow. "Jack," the voice is familiar yet startling. It's Eli, his expression grave. "We need to talk. There's more to this than you know." I stop, my guard instantly up. "What are you talking about?" "After you kicked them out, I kept digging. Wasn't satisfied with the why," Eli explains, his eyes scanning our surroundings before pulling out his phone. "Look at this." He shows me a video, grainy and clandestine, of Clara and her lover talking intensely. I can't hear their words, but their faces are serious, urgent. "What is this?" My voice is a low growl, the betrayal burning anew. "They were planning something bigger, Jack. Not just a fling. It was more calculated. Your business, your assets, Clara was setting you up for a fall." I stagger back, the revelation striking deeper than any physical blow could. "How? Why?" Eli puts a hand on my shoulder, steadying me. "She's in debt, bad. Gambling. She was desperate." The pieces click into place, each revelation slicing through the last vestiges of my trust. "Where is she now?" "That's why I'm here. She's trying to leave town, tonight." "There's a flight." "No," I cut him off, my decision instant. "We stop her. Now." Eli nods, and we move, each step propelling us toward a confrontation I hadn't anticipated when the day began. The drive to the airport is tense, each mile closing the distance between betrayal and confrontation. We arrive just in time to see Clara, her silhouette unmistakable, heading toward the departure gates. I rush forward, Eli a step behind, and I call out her name. She turns, surprise morphing into fear as she sees me. "Jack!" I can explain. "No more lies, Clara." My voice booms in the open space. Eli told me everything. The gambling, the debts. "You were using me." Her eyes fill with tears, her posture deflating as she realizes her plans are crumbling. "I was going to pay it all back. I thought I could fix it before you ever found out." "By destroying me?" I shake my head, disgust mingling with the remnants of love I still feel, making my voice tremble. Was it ever real, Clara? It was, she insists, stepping closer, reaching out. I love you, Jack. I just got lost. Behind us, the sound of approaching footsteps grows louder. It's Max and a couple of uniformed officers. He gives me a nod, an unspoken signal that he's got my back. I can't protect you this time, Clara. You need to face what you've done, I say, stepping back as the officers reach us. As they start to read her rights, Clara turns to me, desperation etching her features. Jack, please. I watch, torn between the man who loved her and the one betrayed. As they lead her away, Max comes to stand beside me, a silent sentinel in the night. Did I ever really know her? I murmur, more to myself than to him. Maybe not. But you've got a chance to start over now, Jack. That's more than many get. The airport sliding doors close behind Clara, sealing her fate. I turn away, the cool night air sobering. Ahead of me stretches a path of recovery and rebuilding, the pain of betrayal a stern teacher. But also ahead is freedom, the freedom to find truth, to find trust, perhaps even to find love again. As I walk back through the parking lot with Eli and Max, the weight on my shoulders feels a little lighter. The night isn't just a shroud of endings, but a veil over new beginnings.